Morning, Woodlawn Middle School, and welcome back to the WMS News. Today is October 2nd, and it's at 8 a.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and quote unquote.
Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the code of conduct. Woodlawn Middle School Eagles are respectful.
Woodlawn Middle School Eagles are respectful.
Woodlawn Middle School Eagles are responsible.
Woodlawn Middle School Eagles are responsible.
And Woodlawn Middle School Eagles are safe.
Woodlawn Middle School Eagles are safe.
You may be seated at this time.
Now it's time for the weather forecast. It is rainy and currently 62 with a high of 68 degrees.
Daily announcements. Now for our daily announcements. If you are interested in joining the WMS broadcast show, please see Mr. Jones in room 115 for permission slips. All students who are interested in playing fall sports this year must fill out the sports application form. If you do not fill out the necessary documents, you will not be able to play fall sports. Please do not come to practice until you have filled out the necessary forms for sports. Practice for badminton and cross country continues today, directly after school. For the next 15 days during Hispanic Heritage Month, we will read a trivia question for the students. For today's question, what year was Hispanic Heritage Month first celebrated?
If you said 1988, you are correct.
Here's our motivational quote for the day. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning, from Albert Einstein.
For today in history, naturalist Charles Darwin returned to England this day in 1936 after a 5-year journey on the HMS Beagle, on which he gathered the specimens and observation that led to his theory of evolution by natural selection.
Now it's time for our words of wisdom.
Good morning, happy Wednesday, happy October. I did not have a chance to greet you yesterday. I was at a meeting all day with other principals, but glad to see you all this morning. Just a few announcements as we get started with our day. Teachers, please check the cover schedule and make sure that you're aware if you are to attend any IEP meetings or if you have coverage so that we're not calling for you. Please make sure you've checked, and also please make sure, of course, that you're taking attendance every period and advisory. Also, teachers, we've talked about this. I was just informed that paper and stacks of papers continue to be wasted and then in big piles in the faculty room and then just thrown away. And I warned what I was going to have to do as far as rationing it out, and I've tried not to do that, but you're not working with me. We cannot waste paper. We cannot waste paper. It's there if we need it for our students, but we cannot be wasteful. And so that's a big problem. All right, what if we're not able to get it? Because it's also the situation with the ports and things of that sort. We don't know how that's going to end up. So we want to make sure that all the supplies that we have, that we are being mindful and cognizant of that and making sure that we're only using what's necessary and we're not just running on things and then throwing big reams of paper in the trash because we made a mistake. We cannot do that. All right? Cannot do that to our environment. We have to be mindful. We've gotten awards for being green, but that's not going to help us in our environment, right? So thank you. Today is National Custodian Day, so we want to give a shout out to all of our building service workers. Mr. Gabe, Mr. June, Miss Harges, Miss Oliver, I'm forgetting a few, Mr. Mike, and I can see it just as clear as day. We want to make sure that we're saying thank you to all of our building service workers and giving them a shout out today as you see them maybe this afternoon, or as you see Mr. Gabe is currently here. The rest of them come in later on. Miss Tomasa, that we say thank you to all of them for helping keeping our building beautiful and clean. Okay, so shout out to all of them. Okay. October, it's a lot that goes on in October. October is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and so we want to give a shout out to all of the breast cancer survivors. Yes, and we have some right in the midst of us at our school, and so we're so grateful for their life and the battle that they were able to win. And so I'm going to tell you more about that. And of course, it is still Hispanic Heritage Month, and so thank you to all the teachers and everyone who are shouting out shouting out and doing some things to commemorate Hispanic Heritage Month. All right. Okay, so for our words of wisdom, we're talking about education. Tonight is parent-teacher conference night as well, from 5 to 7. And scholars, I hope that your grades are where they're supposed to be. We've been talking about this. You should not have any missing assignments. But do you ever wish you didn't have to go to school? Most students go through times when they can't see the value in their education. Now listen carefully to these words from Jahan Sadat, the widow of President Anwar el-Sadat of Egypt. When you feel discouraged or simply lazy, as it is bound to happen sometimes, remember the millions of people in the world who have not had your privilege, the right to an education. So what about you? Are you feeling discouraged about your studies? Are you feeling lazy or unmotivated, as I talked to a student the other day? Are you taking your education for granted? If the answer is yes, maybe you should pause for a moment and be grateful for the gift you are receiving here at school, the gift of a quality education. It's a privilege millions of people around the globe will never receive. Today, be grateful to be an American student. With something to think about, make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. I am Dr. Archulus, and I love each and every one of you.
That's all for today, folks, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Zoe.
And I'm Ileana. And have a wonderful
Wonderful Wednesday.